broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
There we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. We are recapping your favorite soap opera, the hit NBC soap Days of Our Lives. Hooray! It's our first show! Yay! I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am, of course, joined by my lovely co-host. We have to my far left,
Mark J. Freeman.
And we also have
Peter Ramos.
Now, of course, you guys may notice that we are three dudes. So just to let you know, yes, dudes do watch soaps. We do. And between the three of us, we've been watching it probably for the 50 years that Days has been on.
Probably more than 50 years.
Right. So, oh my gosh, whirlwind little weekend for me. I just got back from a Days of Our Lives event in Greenville, South Carolina. I know. Shout out to everyone in Greenville, South Carolina, A Parallel Life, which was the charity event that we were raising money for. And I got to hang out with, you know, people like Melissa Reeves, who plays Jennifer Horton, and Eric Martzoff, who plays Brady Black, and, you know, a few other people.
Yes. And we laid here wishing we were you.
But I brought you guys back.
Yes, he did.
A nice little program with personal autographs by everyone. Yes. So
Ari says big hugs to Mark.
That was my I'm sorry you missed it. Welcome to our first recap show gift.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Mine will be available on eBay.
Yeah.
Kidding.
And of course, Brian says, I heard you're the man, which is totally true. So, thank you.
All right, so let's get into it. We are going to recap the entire week of Days of Our Lives. So let's get started with the elephant in the room. I've been waiting to say that all week. The Eric Serena storyline.
Yes.
Now, of course, last week they had the big thing where Nicole was going to expose Serena, and little did we know that Ted was crazy and there was no tidbit, and that all went down the drain and everyone hates Nicole.
Right. Yes.
And so with that situation, it has brought Eric and Serena closer together, but now we realize that Serena has a little plan to switch this white elephant in Eric's room. I have no. I don't know. Like,
I honestly haven't even really put that much thought into it because I'm just like, okay.
It was one of those moments where I sat there and I was like, okay, like. And then I thought, ooh, what if the elephant has money in it and she needs to crack it open?
Right.
And like, there's like $1 million in there.
And that little elephant?
Maybe.
That's tiny money.
Listen, it could be. Remember a few months ago when they used to do hidden cash and the guy was running around hiding? Maybe that's what the white elephant
or it
is.
could be totally like
He's
a
gonna
lost
make
thing
it
where there's like drugs in there or something like that.
Oh my God, do we need any more drugs in Salem? Drugs in Salem do not go well with each other.
No. Brady can vouch for that.
Oh, right.
Totally.
But I feel like Nicole is always on to something, and people don't pay attention to her because her plans just kind of fall flat. Mm-hmm. And then little do we know that little Serena is not the precious little I'm always running late darling.
So do you think she's truly going to be a bad girl? Like she doesn't really like Eric? Or do you think that she does and they're fooling us to think that she's bad?
See, I think there was something to the whole Ted thing about how he fell in love with her, how he thought, we're so right for each other and perfect, and, I think there's something to that because we're kind of seeing it with Eric, how she's so head over heels for Eric and, I love you. I want to pick up where we left off in Africa.
So this is a whole routine that she has.
Yeah. So you think she's drawing
But I need your white elephant.
Yeah. I need your white elephant.
I mean, she has to get access to the house somehow. She can't be like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Oh, let me go use your bathroom. in your bedroom.
Yeah, that was the whole problem with this past week, as she was just trying to get into his apartment.
Yes.
And, you know, she's on this phone with this mysterious person.
Yes.
Trying to tell him, like, you know, I can't go in. I have to find a reason to get in there.
Yeah.
And then finally, when she gets in there, it totally screws up because Eric wants to take her out
to Green Mountain Lodge.
Yeah,
it's been so long since we heard about Green Mountain Lodge.
It's been a while.
It's been a good little bit. And she was so adamant. She was like, no, we have to stay here. It'll be romantic. We're around all the Africa artifacts, and I just want to pick up where we left off and relive. And I'm just like...
And then she turned it around on him.
Yeah.
Well, why do you want to go out so bad? Why do you want to do it like this? Why can't we just stay here?
And then basically was like, you're broke. You can't afford all this. And I'm just like, he's trying to do something romantic to start off this new relationship. And
well, he was on a pre-salary for a while, so
well,
he doesn't have much to.
And his photography business hasn't kicked in yet.
No.
I mean, we've been working on that for how long?
Well, he got paid for Eve's cover shoot for her album.
That is true.
Unfortunately, the album will never come out.
Will never come out because she doesn't have.
She doesn't have the Volce anymore. La Volce. So I don't know. I'm interested in seeing like where this storyline is going to go, and what is the deal with that white elephant?
Yeah.
Well, she said that they both purchased it at the same marketplace.
Yeah.
So he knows that she has a copy of it also. Mm-hmm. So,
but what's the thing? I'm struggling. Like this whole time, I was like, "Ooh, there's an elephant in the room." Like, what is the deal?
My thought too was my demented mind was but she was wanting to swap them out. I thought she just wanted two. I thought she would do bookends. That's what I thought. That's really what I thought.
She's moved into Salem. Well, she's living in a hotel in Salem. I don't know what it is about people in Salem that always live in hotels.
They all do.
They don't have a place to stay. Yeah.
But yeah, she wants to decorate her hotel and she needs bookends. She needs both of them.
When that was first introduced, when we saw the picture of Eric laying on the bed shirtless, I thought she had like this whole other secret obsession with him.
Me too.
And then I was like, okay, what is it? That she's going to frame him, she's going to blackmail him with the shirtless pic, but then, you know, obviously they zoom into the whole
white
elephant, and so
he's already been blackmailed once too as a priest, so I mean, we go there again? I mean, it is Days of Our Lives.
I mean, how many people haven't been blackmailed, stabbed, shot, brought back to life, drug-induced, comatose? All right, so we'll see what happens with that. Now let's get to what most of the week covered was the Paul, Will, and Sonny storyline.
Yes.
Lot happening between the three of them. So first off, the article is finally finished.
We never saw him turn it in, but we assumed that he did.
No, he did. No. He did this week. Oh, he emailed it.
Oh, that's right.
After Paul read it, he sent it over.
After Paul finally read it.
Yes.
Did you? I was discussing this with Peter earlier when when he came in the room and like Paul kept doing stuff, like sidetracking, and he's going, "Can you read the article? Can you read the article?" So when after Paul came out to his parents, and then Will came out of the bathroom and put his hand on his shoulder, I thought he was going to go, "Can you please read the article?"
Because he was like, "Listen, it's finished. Like I just need your approval.
Just read it?
Like
I don't care that you just came out to your family.
I need money." Sonny and I are in a jam.
The Sonny Club thing is not working out right now. So.
Oh my gosh. So kudos to Paul for having the courage to let his mom and grandfather know, which he was very, 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 very worried about. And what I like about this entire storyline, even starting back when Will was first discovering that he was gay, I feel like the writers at Days have been very careful with this particular storyline and not throwing it out there in full force, but they're letting you feel each stage and each emotion and each thing, and they've carefully put this storyline together, which I think is great, and now they're about to give them a whole lot of drama.
Right. Yeah. And I think I remember when it happened, reading a lot of articles about people like, I'm never watching Days again if you're going to do this. And I hope that they maybe will leave it on and fall in love with the storyline, because I think it's been great.
It's been beautiful, beautiful the way that they've done it, and they're showing two people in love like they would anyone else.
Yeah.
And they so far up until this point haven't been sleeping around on each other until
the son of Sammy.
That's the one thing that
until the son of Sammy came out.
And that's what I was glad about. I was like, yes, you know, we do have this love story between these two men, and I was like, okay, now that we have that foundation, where's the drama? I want to see drama between them. I mean, the gay relationships are just not all hunky-dory with rainbows and unicorns. You know, we need some drama.
Literally, no rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, we do need some drama in there, and that's why I was so glad when I saw Paul come in and, you know, try to stir the pot. And now we even have Derek coming in and stirring the pot a little bit more.
Derek has been lurking around, getting all the tidbits and information on who has. I feel like he has a log of who comes in and out of that room.
Workers. They know everything.
They know everything. They're letting people in when they're not supposed to. They are doing all kinds of stuff.
And also, I do believe there's supposed to be someone coming along to stir things up from Will's past in California.
Oh,
yes, that's what I heard. Yeah, so we may have a fourth.
Goodness, could be the reason
fourth
why
spoon.
Will left California too. It could be a different reason.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he apparently sucks at writing screenplays.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, you're a fantastic writer for Sonic's magazine, but you suck as a screenplay writer.
Very different types of writers.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
I'll defend him on that.
Okay. So speaking of Derek, so we've been wondering how it was going to come out that Will is the one. First of all, how do you not know all this time or not even put any clues together that Will is working on the story with your ex-lover?
Right.
Well, because there was nothing mentioned of it. He was just saying, I have an assignment. But I don't think Sonny put two and two together.
Listen,
Paul,
if that was me, I'd be like Nancy Drew. I'm like, where were you?
That is not a believable gay relationship if he is not. if
he's not questioning anything.
Exactly.
Not looking through phones or anything.
And that's where Derek comes in.
Right.
Well, thank God for Derek, because when he was sitting in Club TBD and he was like, this guy is where we want to be. And I'm like, what guy? And I see a picture of Will, and I'm like, oh no. And then to see how Sonny was putting everything together
with
like, piece by piece, that was actually kind of cool.
Him having to leave on New Year's Eve to go work on the story, and then the heart-wrenching thing when he came over and heard somebody in the shower. And see, had he not turned off the shower, we would have believed that Paul was getting ready to get in the shower.
Right.
But he was there long enough for the shower to go
off.
And you're like, oh. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
He knows somebody's in there.
Or a ghost. It is Days of Our Lives.
I mean, it could have been Stefano. Stefano could have been controlling the water of Salem.
Or Marlena. She has been possessed by the devil. So she could be the spirit.
Storyline.
Her dead sister.
The twin.
Her spirit. Just throwing options out there.
Just throwing tidbits out there
for the writers.
So to see him like put all that together, and then you feel so bad for Sonny.
His reaction in his face, just
he felt it. I was going to say this earlier too when you were talking about how they've handled the storyline. I just want to give kudos to Guy Wilson, Freddie Smith, and Christopher Sean. Correct.
Yeah.
I think they've all been doing a great job. Playing the part. I mean, as an actor, I think it's.
They definitely have, because even when Christopher Sean first came on as Paul, we all thought, oh, finally a dude for all these horny females that are throughout Salem. I mean, you can only have sex with Rafe, Brady, and
they're limited.
They're very limited.
And it's tough to be a Brady or a Horton.
And then it's like, oh, finally, they're gonna have somebody else to play with. And then he goes in and kisses Sonny, and we're like,
that was literally jaw-dropping. I was like in shock. I had no idea that was coming.
Can I just tell you that when Paul first came on the show, I'm so bad at sports. I actually thought he was a real baseball player that was doing a guest appearance on Days of Our Lives. And I was on Google searching, like, who's this guy?
I did for a second think he was a real baseball player too.
Then what I felt like, oh, he's a character. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not into sports at all, so I was just like, nah, clearly he's playing a baseball player. So we've covered. Oh, I really thought that Paul came out to his family, to his mom and his grandmother. I didn't understand why they were. I know as with the grandfather, they wanted to be very careful because I thought he might have been sick or something, or you know. And when he just got on the phone all hunky dory, I was just like, oh, so it's like a traditional thing. Like he didn't want to bring shame to the family.
That, but I do remember the mother mentioning that he was ill. Also, but he just didn't look ill when he got on the phone.
I mean, he was fully like I thought they were gonna pan to, and she was like in the hospital room, and he was just like.
I mean, he didn't look any more ill than any other Hollywood actor. Do I say it?
I don't know how people should take that. Ouch. I don't know how people should take that, Mark. But I thought it was fantastic. The replies that he got. He was so worried about coming out, and he didn't want his family to find out through Will's article, which he obviously worked in the coming out part only after he slept with Paul.
Yeah. He was not very ladylike.
Not very ladylike at all.
Not at all. Almost happened the second time too.
Oh yeah. And I mean, he wanted it. Let's be real.
He at least has more willpower than JJ and Eve.
Oh, I got the pun there. Willpower.
Got
the pun.
Willpower, and then
I went there.
JJ and Eve.
That's a whole nother show.
So kudos to the family responses, and glad that all worked out. And then once Sonny found out that, put the pieces together and figured out it was Will and everything like that, he got very upset and went to the hotel, or was heading to the hotel. Unfortunately, got stopped by Victor. Oh, good old Victor.
Who thought it was all about him.
Who wanted, like, are you upset with me because I'm taking business away from Club TBD?
I offered it to you.
Yeah. I'm like, no. Do you not realize that he just put together that his husband has now slept with his ex?
Yeah.
Talk about
ex-almost husband.
Ex-almost husband. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot. And then out of nowhere, he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
I was a day or so behind, so by the time I saw it, it was I knew it was coming, so it didn't catch me off guard.
I was totally caught off guard. I didn't think that. I thought this story was about to unravel once he got to the hotel, or maybe it would be typical days where something was going to happen, but not a stabbing.
Yeah. I knew something was going to happen to him because when he did run into Victor in the square, you did see.
Well, they showed
someone was lurking.
Someone was lurking.
Yes.
The lurking camera.
Yes, the
lurking camera.
When that camera comes in, you know something's about to happen.
Watch that. Someone's coming back from the dead.
Something was going to happen to Sonny. Like, I don't know what it was. I didn't think it was going to be a stabbing, but I probably kidnap.
Yeah.
When they had him in the chokehold, I saw that they're going to kidnap him and hold him for ransom or something like that.
But now, what? Like, who would be after Sonny? Unless something happened with the other club that didn't happen.
Did you say Clyde? Exactly, right. I thought, my first thought was because he was talking to Victor, that it's connected with Victor.
Yes.
That they're trying to get, it's the whole Clyde.
And I think Victor is starting to feel like that too, because when everyone was at the hospital.
Yeah, with the drugs.
Yeah.
And why was cocaine sprinkled on his?
I literally going, what is he rubbing on him? Like, what is that? Yeah.
Like, he stabbed him, and then all of a sudden he cares about him. I thought he was like rubbing some kind of antibiotic.
I was like,
I know. I was like, is he trying to fix him now after he stabbed him? What's going on?
Listen, you have to have a big bottle and strong version of Neosporin in order to get that wound together. Like, and then when Maggie and Victor got together, and you had that moment of somebody realized that Sonny is laying there.
Right. Feet away.
Yeah, feet away. And then when they walked away, and Maggie just still had that feeling like, you should call him. Yeah. And then it's like,
this was my thought. They stole his ring, his wallet, and his watch, but not his phone. I'm just saying.
It wasn't enough time. They found everything else quickly, but not that phone.
Pour the powder on his boo-boo.
Well, excuse me. Well, that's where, had he not poured the cocaine on his wound, he would have found the phone.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm wrong. I apologize.
You're welcome. So there's this mad dash and rush. Everyone gets to the hospital.
And before that, can I just say that Maggie totally saved the day? Like, they kept referencing that if it wasn't for Maggie, Sonny would have been gone.
Yeah.
I love that everyone in Salem is a sideline nurse.
Yes.
Had Maggie not applied the pressure to the wound in time,
right,
they would have lost Sonny.
Well, everybody's worked at that hospital
at some point. At some point, whether
candy striper.
Yes, at some point.
Therapist.
The reader of the Christmas story.
Yeah.
Something. So then we're at the hospital, and as soon as they announce what Sonny's blood type was, right. I was like, negative. Oh, here we go. Yeah. And then suddenly, who's called in to give blood?
Yeah. Paul. Right. I didn't know it was going to be Paul. I was like, well, they're talking about it for a reason. Obviously, something's going to happen, but I wasn't expecting it to be.
I felt like, of course, Paul is going to be O negative with the rare blood type. Of course he is. Right. Who else in Salem is going to have that?
And then they said that is a rare blood type.
Yes.
Like, okay, so none of you guys have it out of everybody in Salem.
No one does. And then I love how they explained the shortage. Oh, we had a huge bus accident earlier.
I will say this, though. Had last week they talked about a bus accident and then this happened, I would have been like, that's some planning. That is some writer planning right there.
That would have been great.
I would have been like
all of a sudden everyone was in the hospital and like the bus, and we're like, we saw that last week.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, they did have a bus accident.
Yeah. That's why Clyde was behind the bus crash.
Who was?
I said, and Clyde was behind the bus crash. So
we should be writing for them.
So, and I love how Paul was very giving of his blood and kept wanting to give
more. I don't care
blood.
If I pass out. Yeah. Just keep taking it.
Listen, you know why I give blood? For the free cookie and Capri Sun.
Capri Sun, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, I agree.
I can help someone, and I get a nice treat.
I want to start doing, I think this could be a new segment for us. Days of Our Lives, we'll do fact checks and see how many times can you really give blood in one sitting.
Maxine was more than happy to take all that blood from
I know. She's like,
wasn't she?
I'll take it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so did you guys have the same feeling when he was like, take some more? That I was like, Maxine, are you sure that you're supposed to do like another bag? Is there supposed to be a rest period?
I'll just have some orange juice. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Here, drink this juice, and now I'm going to take another pint.
Yeah, but we were talking about, too, the end of that Thursday episode, the collage ending.
Oh, yes, the split screen.
Was really kind of cool.
It was cool. Like, oh my God, we're losing Sonny. Here's Paul giving blood, and Will's
upset. And the heartbeat was going.
That was just
I thought it was actually kind of cool.
It was like drama. It was like,
yeah.
You didn't know where to look on the screen.
Yeah. You know what I think a lot of that is? Well, we've been watching it for many, many, many years. And if I say, I'll give away my age, so we're not going to go there. But you see the same endings every time. I think it was a different ending, so we were like, what's going on? Something different.
That would have been a cool Friday ending.
Yeah. That totally would have been a good Friday ending.
Well, they had to bring you back into Friday.
Well, I feel like every day ending is kind of supposed to be a Friday ending. I mean, it's a soap, I get it, but yeah.
So Sonny is saved. Which is great.
And I loved when they showed Kayla and Daniel coming into their respective rooms to everybody.
Yes.
And there's a little somber face.
The somber face to go, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Like, could you imagine? Like somebody came in, like my dad's in, a coma, and they're like, he's okay.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
And I love how they tried to connect it to like EJ, like how it might be related and the same. So
is he coming back?
I mean, I still think EJ may come back because we still don't know what shot was given by Kristen.
He's alive. See, this is another one of those moments, Tony. Where it's like dead come back to life.
Listen,
here we go again. We're gonna go back to that.
The same person who thinks that Jack is gonna come back.
He's going to come back. You mark my words on this very first episode.
Mark your words.
Mark your words. He will be back. He faked it. He's on an assignment. He's coming back. I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, anything is possible with this show.
Definitely.
I mean, look, you can give blood as much as you like as long as you have juice. You are great. You are good to go.
Can we get an RN on the phone and find out if
let's Google it.
Isn't Melanie a nurse?
She did say, I should go in and help.
And then there was like, Melanie, no, we have enough nurses.
No, you're not that good. Not bad.
There's a whole backstory to that.
Yeah,
the whole backstory. Yeah. And of course, you guys can always join in on the conversation. Please give us your thoughts and comments on this past week of Days of Our Lives. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you thought, your favorite moments, which storylines you're into, not into, and all that. And also make sure you subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV.
Yes.
That was our little plug for that.
Thank you. Very well done, by the way.
All right, so now we're on to the Chad, Ben, Abby storyline, which there's not much there this week except the fact that it was finally revealed that Chad was trying to get back at Jordan for kissing Rafe.
Yeah.
And so he did provoke Ben into beating him up, and then Chad felt stupid when he realized that Jordan isn't into Rafe, he's into him, she's into him.
Oh, I was like, another story.
Yeah, right. Just create another storyline. She's transgendered. No, I'm kidding. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so now it's all like, let me help you, let me drop the charges, and then of course now he can't drop the charges.
So now he's going to find him a lawyer.
Right.
Or he did find him a lawyer, actually.
Yeah, but Ben's like, no.
Is that Justin? Is it going to be Justin, the lawyer?
Justin is out of town.
For now.
He's cheating on his wife.
At least that's what Adrienne thinks.
That's what Adrienne thinks. I always think the worst.
With that hot, sexy lawyer that he's working with.
There's that gay relationship we were talking about earlier.
What?
Like, where are they? Where's it going on?
Oh, yeah, because Adrienne's like, something's going on. Yeah.
Sonny should have got more of that from his mom.
Sonny did. Sonny was just like, oh, you're going to work on an article? Good, because we need money.
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic. Why? Because I spent all of my savings on a building that I knew was not going to be great because Chad DeMera set me up that way.
Right.
Which that storyline just kind of fell. Can I just say that?
It just went right
I think that was how they needed to open the other club.
Yeah, as soon as Victor opened his club, that whole storyline just went up.
Okay. Yeah. We'll take it.
Yep.
And then, of course, Abby walked in on the conversation with Ben and Chad.
Which was amazing. Just her facial reaction on that.
I honestly thought it was going to be, again, one of those moments where she walked in and she didn't hear it, but you were supposed to think that she heard it, and then she was going to say, and then they were all going to go, oh, good, she didn't hear it. But she did hear it.
Yeah. Like, how long have you been standing there?
But I think, like I was saying to Peter earlier, too, that I do have to say her response to not being mad at him, I was actually believe that she was like, you know, I've made mistakes. People have given me second chances. I'm not going to be.
She's made some huge mistakes.
People give her second, third, fourth, fifth chances.
Yeah,
because she's a Horton. Come on.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna get upset about it. And I get upset about a lot of things.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not going to get upset about that.
Yeah, you do. You do get upset about a lot of
things. Days is my passion, so I take things very personally.
I totally get it.
Me and Peter.
Yes, we've been watching it for so long.
We get it.
So some other tidbits and things that happened this week. First off, where is Clyde? And why has no one found him?
He's buried in the snow.
Okay, so
he's in an igloo underneath the snow.
But the snow is now gone.
And if you try, and because I feel like they're gonna say he's still alive.
Yeah.
But he's been laying in the snow for 2 days after being shot like 3 or 4 times.
I think it was 2.
At close range.
2.
But you know what? I will say the shot was beautiful. Because listen,
like
thinking from a cinematography point of view, he's laying there. You see the 2 bullet wounds, and then the snow falls.
Right.
But you saw no
beautiful.
Blood. But you saw no blood coming out of those bullet wounds.
No, I mean, you know,
you can't have it all.
You know, maybe they tried, and
the blood packet didn't go off.
They didn't have time. They were like, we got to move on. They get it. They get it. That snowflake, beautiful.
That's why he's not dead, because you saw no blood.
Look, no one dies in Salem.
No, I'm telling you.
No one dies in Salem.
We'll go back to the Jack thing.
Right? Salem is a magical town where it is covered with rainbows and unicorns.
Well, then if that's it, I want Lexi to come back.
They're DeMera's. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. So hopefully next week they find Clyde. Because
for his sake.
Yeah.
Finds Clyde. Yes.
Also, poor Nicole. Everyone hates Nicole. I feel like she. I feel like Nicole has great intentions, and people don't realize that.
Yeah.
I really, truly believe that she is not in love with Eric anymore, but I think there is still a care and a friendship there.
So I asked him earlier, do you think that she really is in love with Daniel? You really think she's in love with him?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. I think that because her and Daniel have had this thing for a few years now.
Yeah. And she was pregnant with this kid.
Yeah. And when she was pregnant, goodness gracious, they were doing it like hound dogs. Like every day they were just like, wow. So I think there is a connection there. And I do think that she has realized that she's not going to get Eric back.
Right.
But she's okay. But there's still a friendship there. So I really think that she was looking out for his best interest. But it just, poor Nicole, it just always falls flat. Yeah.
Are you team Daniel Nicole?
Yeah. I'm team.
That didn't sound believable.
Well, you know why? You know why? Because I get very swayed. Like, I was all about Jennifer and Daniel, and then when Nicole came about, I was like, I can dig it.
But I don't want to dig it. I want to love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to love it, and I don't love it.
I would, me personally, I would like to see Nicole and Eric back together. I mean, just for the nostalgia's sake.
Yeah.
Because I always go back to when they first met at the little coffee shop.
I think they should just open
Java Cafe.
The Java Cafe.
The Java Cafe.
And I think they should open one together.
Yes.
Yeah. I would love to see that
actually thought the other day that I would like to see her to get back together with Victor. I guess I just loved when they were together. I just thought it was fantastic. And then that when she came in after everything found out about Sonny, and she came in the room, she's like, I'm not here to attack. I'm not here to attack. I just came to say I'm sorry. Victor did give her an extra glance. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe my hopes and dreams could come true.
You know who I can tell you that I'm not sure if I'm digging yet? Lucas and Adrienne.
Oh.
That, first of all, that came out of nowhere.
No.
And I felt something was happening. I was like, why are y'all two the only people babysitting little Ari?
Thank you, Ariana, for interrupting all that.
John and Marlena did babysit a couple of times.
But that's John and Marlena. We get that. Like, we're all for John and Marlena. But Lucas and Adrienne, come on. You're like... And then now, oh, you're so beautiful. You
sexy.
Really are.
You're so sexy.
Because you beat me in cards.
But you took my whole $5.
Right, exactly.
That's so sexy.
I'm not as annoyed by that. I think just because I love Lucas and I love Adrienne, so I think I'm just happy that they gave them a storyline so that we see more of them.
As opposed to just being the grandparents.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just being in the room to babysit, they actually have a story. And I like that. I like it better than Eve and JJ or Melanie and Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, hold me back.
Oh boy,
that's another show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's my recap of the recap show.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It just came out of nowhere, and I don't know.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm going to give it a chance.
It's the whole cougar thing, because we have a lot of cougars. We have Eve and JJ, and now we have Lucas and Adrienne.
I will say this. I will be open to it.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed. I'm okay with it.
We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Yeah. Speaking of other couples, we were very shortly earlier this week with Aiden and Hope.
Yes.
Aiden, you know what I don't like? I don't like that they're making him so creepy now.
Yeah.
Like, I was all for Aiden and Hope. I was like, poor Hope.
I still am.
Bo left, and we don't know where he is. And we were all for Bo and Hope. But then when they slowly started working in Aiden, and, you know, we got the Hope eyebrow, which is very important.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
That one.
Signature
You guys know that eyebrow.
Oh, yeah.
It's very intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, ooh. Mm-hmm. And they replayed that clip for like a month.
Yeah.
But when they were at the auction?
When they were at the auction and they slow dance, but now this whole thing of that's surrounding him about his wife's death, and now they're at the beach house, and I'm just like, oh no, don't make him crazy.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it's like, I'm kind of glad that they're bringing some kind of interesting storyline to Hope. I mean, me personally, Hope's storyline right before Aiden was pretty like flatline. You know, it's just, she's losing Bo, yes, you know, Sierra's having
dealing with Sierra.
Dealing with Sierra and her
little sassy Sierra.
Sammy and the
She's gonna get a spinoff.
Totally.
The days of Sierra's life.
Well, I want these earrings, and I think I should have them.
Had me laughing so hard.
But you promised.
With Sammy and Sierra, that's classic.
Yeah.
So when Aiden came in, I was happy to see, Hope having an actual some kind of interest.
Yeah. I'll say this on day one of the recap show of Days of Our Lives. I am very pro Billy Reed and Bo Brady being a couple, so I'm always gonna choose things so that dream can happen.
You know what?
So I am all about Aiden and Hope, but I do genuinely like them together, and I think they are a good match.
No, I was like, is that their power couple name? Hayden,
yes. I learned that on Twitter. Hayden. Yeah. Hayden. I think I was even corrected on Twitter. Like, it's Hayden. I'm like, okay. It's okay. I can take it. I like them together. What I was going to say too was, if they just got together and things were hunky-dory, it wouldn't be Days of Our Lives. So there's got to be something. Sure. So whether it ends up being that he did kill her, which I don't think he did, and I hope that they don't do, there'll be something to take, hopefully, the story somewhere else. Because I do like them together.
With the tools, is he digging up a tree or digging up her body?
I think he's digging up a tree. I think he's I think this is my...
The tree that contains the body?
No, it's not. No, underneath. This was my thought, is that the mom planted a tree for Chase. So he wants to save the tree to take away from if he's going to sell the property, he wants to keep the tree for the son.
And the tree contains money that...
There's always hidden money with you.
Listen, there's got to be something else.
The tree. Maybe there's another elephant in the tree.
There's 3 elephants. There's 3. Speaking of Aiden and Hope, I just realized this. Alexis?
Yes.
Will you do me a favor and will you look up on YouTube Days of Our Lives preview for week 2915?
2915.
Yeah, and we're gonna hopefully play that in a little bit. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Big shout out to Alexis in the booth, holding us down here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We love you.
All right, so more tidbits. The Paige JJ Eve storyline. A lot of little sexual tension between JJ and Eve after their not once but twice.
And when she touched him on his chest,
I was like, "You're touching me! Don't touch me! That gets me going." And so now the plan has worked. JJ and Paige are no longer.
Yes.
But now we see out of the blue little Mr. Colt, who has been away in rehab or whatever.
Colt with a T or Cole with an E?
Is it? Oh, maybe it's Cole.
Is it Cole or Colt?
I think it's Cole.
Cole.
Like a.
Writers, I like Colt better. Colt. I like Colt. No, I'm just kidding. Cole. So you know what? I feel like he doesn't have any friends, and now he's trying to reach out to Paige and be like, "Oh, look at this app. It's so cool. Look at it.
Look what I can do.
Maybe we can date because I know you're not with JJ anymore, and I'm a reformed bad boy like he was."
Right. I just had an issue with Eve showing up at school all the time.
Yeah, it's like whose mom does that?
She did actually say, "Mom, you have to stop coming to my school." Right. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Can we stop?
Yeah.
You're in college now.
But I think it's interesting that Paige is actually going to dip into, like, her evil side or her bad side, because she kind of, like, dropped a little tidbit to Cole and saying, like, they told me I should... Teresa, which was great.
Right.
Her giving Paige advice.
To steal the phone.
Right, to steal the phone. And so Paige kind of, like, just drops the hint to Cole and be like, yeah, they told me to take his phone. I can't do that. And it's like, can you do that?
It's like, can you get his phone and see? I wonder if that's... I'm now dying to find out how she's going to find out about JJ and Eve.
Yeah.
And that it was her mother that she's been calling the slut. I want to know the slut that he slept with.
And Teresa. Yeah. Teresa's been calling her a slut too.
Yeah. Well, Teresa had fun. Was it last week with the guy?
Oh yes, with the security, with someone
Oh, the doctor who stole her baby.
Yes.
Who's now watching.
Yes. He's keeping an eye on her.
Yeah,
right.
we'll get to all that. But yeah, so we'll see what develops between that storyline in the upcoming weeks. And then of course, we have our new couple. Oh yeah.
Should I step away for this?
Brady and Melanie. Okay, I will say this. I think that relationships, the best relationships start off as friends.
So, real life relationships or soap? Are you talking about your dream for Tony?
I'll go with. I just think that it's one of those moments where it's like they've been friends, and I think back then you had a moment of like, why aren't you guys getting together? Yeah. And then we left it alone, and then now they are together. But I sometimes feel like it's a little awkward. Like they feel like
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Well, I feel like they think like it's like they're in high school and they have butterflies and it's like, oh my God, we're gonna get caught by our parents. Should we be doing this? Should we not be doing this? It's like
you're an adult.
You're adults. Like
I mean, you want to do.
I can see why they're feeling a little awkward because
because you like Melanie.
Yes, I do like Melanie, but no, it's just that they're not really related, but they're connected.
Yeah,
Jonas and Maggie and Victor. So and. Yeah. Daniel and Brady are best friends, and Daniel's the daughter of Maggie, and Maggie's with Victor, and Victor,
Yeah, but in real world, those are the people that end up getting together. So that's why are we upset about it? You know what I mean?
Well,
you meet people that are
just connected.
Friend. I just don't. It looks like Brady's dating his little sister.
Well,
and I just can't. I can't.
Well,
what about when Brady was dating Teresa?
Well, I have no problem with Teresa. I think Teresa's fantastic. But if
she wasn't on drugs,
let's line this up for a second.
Okay.
Let's line them up.
Okay.
Chloe.
Okay.
Nicole.
Okay.
Kristen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Teresa.
Yeah.
Melanie. Which one doesn't fit? Right? I'm sorry. Come on. Kristen, that's like an insult to Kristen. You went from me to that? Sorry, I can't. I will never be on that page.
Well, you guys let us know who you think was the best choice for Brady after the lineup.
Yeah.
Yep, I think you did too, Alexis. But we're gonna play it in just a few minutes. I'll cue you in. So Brady and Melanie had sex. Oh, am I allowed to say? I'm sorry. Let's do this.
Conceive.
Sex is okay. You know what? I would rather say make love.
Make love.
Because that's what soap operas do. No,
that's what the background music said.
Now, I am thankful that they did not do it on Daniel's couch. I will say that. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh my God, Daniel's on his way home. Talk about awkward. Like, they already kissed in front of Daniel. He was just he looked like he was a little uncomfortable about that.
Right.
But now to walk in and see your daughter having sex with your best friend, awkward. So, yeah.
Can I say it? I fast-forwarded through that, so I didn't have to watch.
There are people who fast-forward through storylines. I've never done that. I've always watched everything.
I've never fast-forwarded to a storyline, but I do fast-forward through some love scenes, like the Hope ones. I can't deal with seeing Hope in bed.
It's just airtime.
Try seeing this. This lovemaking scene was kind of pushing the envelope, NBC.
Yeah.
I was like, you saw all of Melanie's back. And this little
roll
gyration. I was sitting there like, okay, you guys are in it.
I was I think my pizza rolls are ready. Ding.
Totally over it.
Gotta go. Sorry.
Totally over it.
I'm sure it meant the world to him.
and that was pretty much the week of days. So here, go ahead.
Can I also mention, since I've been a long time watcher of Days, just like Mark here, I'm always happy to see when they do a reference of past characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to bring up and give a kudos to the writers when Sonny was in the hospital and Adrienne was like, oh my God, I got to call Alex and the twins.
I melted.
I was like, oh my God, yes, thank you for bringing them up.
Yes.
I've just been a fan of them.
Even when they do stuff like that and I don't remember, I love that they do it because then it makes me get online and I go, okay, wait, I know there's other, people. I want to know the relationships.
More to the family.
Yeah, I want to look into it. I want to remember who they are. I want to remember those storylines because it's fun.
So we here during the recap, we're going to have different little segments that we want to do for you guys, and we're going to go into those. We're going to first go with the 3 Snaps Award, and this award goes to who we thought we should give kudos to for this week.
Yes.
Instead of like the best performer award, we're giving them 3 snaps. So the 3 snaps award for this week goes to the Naritas.
Yes.
Paul Narita, his mom and grandfather. Yeah, Paul for donating blood, for coming out, for the mom being accepting and loving,
always knowing,
yes. And the grandfather for saying that he was brave and he's proud of him. So the Naritas, 3 snaps for you guys. You got that. And now we're going to go into our WTF moment of the week.
Yeah, the WTF moment is basically, a moment throughout the week that kind of stands out and everybody just stops breathing.
Yeah, you kind of go,
what's going on? Yes.
It came out of nowhere. So you weren't expecting it.
The obvious one is obviously Sonny getting stabbed. But for us 3, I think probably where I kind of dropped my phone was when I saw Lucas and Adrienne kind of
the awkward lean
going for a kiss.
Going in for a kiss, and I was like, no, please no.
And I was like this. I was like, you guys are not.
Well, it was funny too because I looked away for a second. I think it was the pizza rolls again, and I missed something. So because when I turned back around, he was like running to the bedroom to check on Ari, and I was like, wait, what just happened? So I had to go back and watch it again, and I was like, because I thought, oh, did they kiss? And then I saw, and it was, I will officially tell it, the awkward lean in.
Yeah, it was a
the
WTF moment.
Yeah.
And so now we love this. Mark loves certain quotes of the week. So we are now going to do Mark's quotes.
Yes.
We're going to do it quickly because Alexis is waving and we're running out of time. So Mark has a couple of quotes. We're going to decide which one is our favorite, and then we want to hear from you guys to decide which one is the favorite. So Mark, which is the first one?
First one is from Paul's mother. When she said, seriously, Paul, didn't think I messed it up. Sorry, Paul. Did you think I didn't already know? I literally had to pause and take a moment. I was like, that was genius.
Amazing.
Whoever wrote it,
kudos.
And
the second one?
The second one is Victor. Oh, love that man. I'd kill him if I hadn't done it already. If I hadn't had it done already.
Referring to Clyde, who still hasn't been found.
Yes.
And number 3?
The third one is also Victor. When he was speaking to God in the chapel. Let that boy die. You and I have a problem.
Victor is great with his lines.
I said if he's not on in a week, I'm probably not going to have any quotes of the week. But
and the last one?
Then the last one is a joint Victor-Nicole moment when Victor walks in the room and says to Nicole, "What the hell are you doing here?" And Nicole says, "There's the patented Victor opener."
Okay, so my personal favorite will be the Victor one in the church.
In the church to God.
Let that boy die, Tony's. And you and I are going to have a problem.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Peter, what did you say?
My favorite would probably be the one between Victor and Nicole. Victor, it's true. It's his patent opener. Every time he walks into a room when he doesn't like what he sees, what the hell are you doing here?
I think mine actually was... And I think I'm going to go with this one. I had to write them all down because there were so many good ones. But I do think the one that I rewound and played a couple times was I'd kill him if I hadn't had. It's the wording. They wrote it wrong. Sorry. I'd kill him if I hadn't had it done already. I thought it was great. I just thought it was brilliant.
So you guys let us know what you thought your favorite quote was. Just comment down below, and let's go quickly into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so the 2015 Daytime Emmy pre-nominations have been announced. There are a slew of Days of Our Lives people who have been pre-nominated. Now, this isn't the official nomination. Right. They have just been pre-nominated. But quickly, Peggy McKay has been pre-nominated. Allison Sweeney, Daniel Cosgrove, who plays Aiden Jennings, Chriselle Stouse, who plays Jordan Ridgway, Blake Bears, Nick Fallon, Eric Martzoff, Brady Black, which we know Eric won last year. Lauren Bowles, who plays Sierra, True O'Brien, Connor, who plays Chase, Casey Moss, Terrell Ransom, who plays Theo, Freddie Smith. All of them have been pre-nominated in certain categories. The final nominations will come out on Thursday, March 26th. So be on the lookout for that. Congratulations to you guys for being pre-nominated. Also, if you guys would like to meet your favorite Days of Our Lives star, and you are in or around the Atlanta, Georgia area, there is a fan event happening in April. I will be hosting that one too. And it's put on by Dual Coast Events. You can visit dual, D-U-A-L, coastevents.com to find out more information, and that's going to happen in April.
Will we get...
of course.
Brought back to us?
Of course you will.
Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate that.
Any other news and gossip that you guys have?
I just want to talk about really quick, because I know this subject has been touched upon pretty much a lot of times, is who's Paul's father? We have no idea who Paul's father is.
No.
So I have 3 options that may be kind of rumors that could be his father. 1, John.
Okay.
2, Stefano.
Of course.
Well, that always has to be an option.
Right.
Stefano. And 3rd, I know this is going to go a little out there, but could it possibly be Lucas? I don't know. I mean, he was on...
He was over there, but I don't know if Paul will be a full-grown man with a baseball career.
Well,
but who knows? Because Days of Our Lives send people
EJ,
up.
What happened to EJ? He grew up and became a race car driver within a year.
Or an option would be even if he's not the father, that maybe he had a relationship with the mother, and we could have another. It could get him out of your having to watch him and Adrienne.
Okay, that would be good.
So, I'm always thinking of you, Tony.
Thank you very much. So to close out, let's take a sneak peek into what is going to happen next week on Days of Our Lives.
He claims she took her own life.
My wife died in front of me.
But will Hope discover?
He wants me dead, and I have proof.
The man she loves.
There's gotta be another explanation.
Got away with murder. Days of Our Lives, weekdays on NBC.
Ooh. So we will see what is going to happen.
Well, Hope is going to have to use her detective skills once again.
Let's hope she doesn't use the Salem PD skills. Lord knows, those aren't that great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to our very first Days of Our Lives recap. Yay! If you guys, let's let them know where they can find you if they want to connect with you.
I am on Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
And I'm also on Twitter at The Real Dooligan, DOOLIJAN.
And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Lounging with Tony. That's LOUNGIN with Tony. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you here next Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for another full week recap of your favorite soap, Days of Our Lives, right here on AfterBuzz TV.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.